Hello, hello. Hi, Nihilist. How have you far? How are your evenings going? Ro, hello, hello. Oh, back on YouTube this time. Oh, yeah. How are your evenings going so far? Just getting a couple of things worked out before stream, or before actually playing, and then going from there. Let's see. I always need to update the Fetty post. Then boost that, and then I think I need to tell everybody on Discord. Evening, Raven. Good to see you. Let's see. Oops, that's not right. There we go. That. And there we go. All right, close that. Oh, Vivian, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How's drawing been? Nyla's going good. I had to get my bow fixed and finally got it back today. Oh, what was wrong with it? Feel hard going okay. I had to hang out with my friends and watch the new Sonic movie. Oh, the one that came out a few years ago? I don't usually do neck warm-ups or stretches before stream because it's like right up until stream I'm doing all of the like the visual prep, you know, doing feeding myself first. And then oh, that's strange. Doing makeup and then clothes and then, well, I guess lights. And then just starting to stream. So I usually don't have much time to actually stretch. Actually, we can probably just change this to just chatting for the first like 15 minutes. There we go. Just do that. Now, the third in the series that came out last year. There's more than one? What? I didn't know about the second or the third. Unless my dog hit it with her toy and the hair snapped out of it? What? It's happened to me 3 times with this bow? Hair snapping out of it. That... I'm kind of curious what that actually is. Do you mean... So it's pretty well anchored in the frog of the bow, down near the hand? Do you mean the piece here at the tip? Popping out? Like there's that little bit about that big that goes on the inside the cavity here? That holds the hair into the tip? It's like I've had that happen once in my life, I think. Definitely not a common occurrence. Although I'm also like... that. Oh, yeah. I think in terms of all the hair coming out, that's probably the most common thing to happen to a bow. the rest of it, you know, it would end up being like more seriously structural things. But yeah, happens sometimes. So hopefully it wasn't too expensive to get it fixed. Or the 3 times is definitely like need to start keeping the doggo away from the violin. And I know I don't trust my cats around the violin at all whatsoever. Not even like if I'm just going down to go to the restroom, I leave it here, but other than that, any longer than that, I'm just like, nope, it's going back in the case. Oh, the camera. The camera. I'm looking around this way because I'm trying to look around Aurora's butt. She likes to sit on the sound interface. Yeah, sound interface. That sits right here. I don't know if it's slightly warmer than the desk. Could be. But she likes to sit on it, so I just keep a little cloth on it to make sure that doesn't get dirty or anything, or scratched up or damaged. And it just sits on it. I know the mixer over here would be much, much warmer, but the cats are absolutely not allowed on that because there's things that are open to like the air directly above it. Whereas this one, the controls are on the front, so the top is just like a single sheet of metal. It's much, much less likely to be damaged in any way from a cat just sitting on it. This one, I tend to keep a towel on it throughout the week. And like other things so that like the cats don't want to be on there, but sometimes they step. And every once in a while, there's a little clicky button. They don't take that much pressure. But they're important. They send signals certain places. They provide the microphone with phantom power, which it absolutely needs, right? It just simply doesn't work without the 48-volt phantom power. But some of those buttons, every once in a while, I'll start up and find out that it's been pressed, or something has been pressed. I sit there, struggling for 10 minutes trying to figure out what the heck it is. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's a single minute fix. Just run over all of the usual buttons. I know what needs to be pressed in, not pressed in. But, the first time that the phantom power got stepped on, I actually disconnected every single connection from the mic, through to the mixer, through the interface, into the computer, and also fiddled with a bunch of stuff. No, I don't think I didn't fiddle with internal computer software stuff. Because I could see that the signal wasn't going through here. It wasn't going through there. So, yeah, it just meant that it just wasn't picking up the mic. And it was eventually. This has a phantom power button that isn't necessary because it's not directly connected to the mic. But then I was like, wait a minute. Right, the mic needs phantom power. Phantom power button. Drawing out well, I still have to wait to hear a response back, though. She's in GMT+1 or so. Yeah. All Europeans still asleep, except for the some night owls. I know, we both know a couple of European night owls. They'll like to stay up. And some European early birds, often in the stream. Alright, so I did the Fetty post. I did... Right, I need to get notes prepped. Today's the 25th, isn't it? Good gods. Howdy. Hi, howdy. Good to see you. And so early, too. Let's see. Checklist. That's the wrong checklist. That's the stream checklist. Okay. Got all the things except for... I'm kind of surprised. Usually I don't have the rosin on until I take a look through the checklist. All right. Then we have that. And okay, so requests are open. The queue is good to go. And stream notes. 'Tis the 26th already here. Technically our national day, but it's the anniversary of a certain set of certain set of Europeans arriving here. So it's called Invasion Day. That makes sense. Oh, theme of love, right off the bat. That's workable. All right, all right. Let's see. No? Oh no. Pals is doing the sneezy. Bless you. I just see a void against the backdrop of color. And then just two little shining orbs that that sit in the void. I didn't get to request last week? Really? Wow, what? Oh wait, were you not here most of the week? Right. I forgot about that. My assumption is usually that like you, MJ, and Haru are here like at least once a week. I was here, but not the whole time. That makes sense. Let's see. Let's bring this up here. Oops. Eek. All right, let's see. Levels are good. Wonder if this is okay. Yeah, that's okay for now. All right. Theme of love and the world. Definitely do that. Change us back to music. Oops. Twitch, I need to send you on 3 minutes of ads real quick to turn off the pre-rolls, and then we'll get going. Let's see. What shall we use for warm-up today? Yes, sir. I just started stream. Gave you so much attention earlier. No? Just head bonks? Oh. Okay. Yes, miss? Oh no. I'm getting harassed by my kitties. Okay. A little bit more. And then I have to actually do work, okay? Gotta make sure we can eat. Let's see. Oh, no. Hi, palms. Not that much space on the desk, you know. Could maybe scooch this around, but that's about it. Palms, off you go. All right. Let's see. Raven, I think it'd be nice to have nice having TTRPG channel on a Discord server. I think that just goes under games. And TTRPGs are games, right? It's not. I don't think I limited the games channel to video games. Yeah. I don't want to make them too like hyper specific. I don't want to make too many channels just because like that just leads to everything being too spread out and inactive. All right. Let us another minute more until we can get going until the Twitch comes back. Although I suppose if you're a subscriber, you're already you didn't have to go do the ads. I suppose I'll stretch just a little more before we. Oh. Let's see, Nihilist. I found a good score for that Metal Gear song request last week on MuseScore. Is there any way to send it to you? Yeah, just throw it in the Discord. Wait, are you in the Discord? Oh. Not in the Discord. Would you like an invite or do you dislike Discord? I'm okay with either. Let's see. Discord. There you go. There's an invite. Should work. Ooh. And, let's see. I can probably actually... I was thinking, do we have a requests channel? I don't think we do. Just put it in the music channel once you get in there. And I will take a look at it. All right. Welcome back, Twitch. I guess you've been back for about a minute now. Stretchy. Oh, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I was thinking of just putting it under the OctaviaConAmore section, with the stream alerts and the whatever else I have there. I think I have like 2 other things in there. Maybe I can also put the list of custom arrangements you thought you might make for songs I suggested, but I best not expand it further. Yeah. Or at least not too fast. Every once in a while is okay. Sometimes like a piece really catches my ear and like, you know, gives me motivation to actually get through it. Other times it's just... All right. A little water, and then we can get going. Let's do maybe Inside the Castle Walls. which is a piece from Super Mario 64. There we go. All right. Is that actually still in tune? I was inside the castle walls. There we go. Let's see. Theme of love, and then the world. The world's memory item. Theme of love is FF64644. So this is Final Fantasy 4. Gods. I remember the visuals for 6, but 4 is completely escaping me right now. Like, I know the whole soundtrack, but not much of the visuals? Oh, thanks for the request, Feel Far. Memory. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Love it. I know nothing about Ib, but memory is bloody gorgeous. Here's the theme of love from Final Fantasy IV. Oh. That's the theme of love from Final Fantasy IV. I think at some point I want to play 5 pages. Valsa di Fantastica from FF15. It's like 5 pages, which sucks. Thanks for the request, Vivi. Alright, so we have the world, and then memory, and then Palette Town. Alright. Where else? This is from an anime called Dot Hack Sign. It was probably... Is it 2000s? I know Kajiura Yuki was the composer for it. Same as Demon Slayer, same as Sword Art Online, a bunch of other stuff. Is credits pages and pages long. Came out while you were in high school, so early 2000s? was The World by Kajura Yuki. It's from the Hack Sign soundtrack. Thanks for that request. Amazing. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, sir. I'm also playing a game with a friend while turning in. No worries, no worries. That one always goes so well. It's a ton of fun. And like, it helps that Kajura Yuki just writes really good music, but also writes really, really good string parts. She is... Oh. The World, I Talk to the Rain is another one where, like, I wish I could get backing tracks set up for that because, God, it's so good. It's so good, but I just can't do it justice alone. Actually, a lot of her lesser known, like, pieces that are in the soundtrack and just, like, not a title theme, not a super, you know, tend not to be, like, super key moments, those types of tracks, there's a couple of really, really nice ones in there that, like, almost give a similar vibe to some of the Bach cello suites. I know there's one that's, like, Bach cello suite number 5 has been used in anime, the first movement, but also has, like, super similar vibes to the piece that I'm thinking of. What's holding you back from backing tracks? I know you like the charm of just you and the squawk box. So the part of it is just the sheer amount of work that goes into arranging all of that and then recording all of that, right? And then there's the part that it does restrict you. The other part is I don't have in-ear monitors. Yes, miss. What? What? Yes, miss? Huh. A big part of it is I don't have in-ear monitors, so I can't really monitor, like I would have no way of telling whether I was lined up with the track or not. Oh yeah, you mean making the tracks from scratch? Yeah, unless, like, you know, there were backing tracks that I could use, but I don't know. Angie Meow, yeah, Angie Meow. Sometimes she's like that. Let's see, let me get Ib prepped here. In-ear monitors are very cheap these days. I have 2 sets about just speculatively, and the second set are actually shockingly good and, like, better than my Bose over-ear headphones good. That's a hell of a compliment. The ones I saw were, like, they start around 40, which is still often prohibitive for me, unfortunately. 30 USD. I think with backing tracks just in general, the in-ear monitors is the major hurdle. If I can get backing tracks that I can use, might just be like, you know, finding finding if somebody has made backing tracks, or using MuseScore in some way, shape, or form. But yeah. You know what I should do? Because I have the wish list on Throne, and in-ear monitors are conspicuously missing from that list. I know I have the Bluetooth page turner. I have a little electric massagey thingy. on there, a couple other things, but I forgot in-ear monitors. Yes, miss. I'm streaming. I gotta work. Gotta make sure you actually have food to eat, or else you will complain at me. Well, complain harder than you already do, anyway. MIDI backing track isn't ideal. Yeah, it really isn't. But if I can get a MIDI backing track, I can at least run it through like some VSTs. VSTs, for the uninitiated, are virtual sound something? It's not virtual sound library. Or is VST not what I'm thinking of? Basically, you get these libraries of sound that can play a MIDI track, which is one of the forms of music notation data, right? And often MIDI sounds pretty horrid. But if you can get certain libraries of Virtual Studio Technology, oh, that's what it is. What am I thinking of? Sound library, something sound library. Oh. Anyway, you can actually make like really, really nice sounding music just from these music notation files. It's not going to sound exactly like a live performance, especially solo. You can tell fairly easily, but when you get into larger ensembles, stuff like orchestra, it actually starts sounding relatively close to the real thing. Again, it's fairly easy to tell, but especially for something like a backing track, it's not super important. I actually met the mountain of the MIDI stuff in the Linux kernel. Oh. How do all of Dark Raven's stuff is MIDI as far as I know? Yeah. You met the maintainer of the MIDI stuff in the Linux kernel. Oh. Such a chill guy until you have a problem, then he tries to disappear. Oh, that, And it's good in my opinion. Yeah, you can get it pretty darn good with MIDI. Again, like live performances, give it that nice polish. But also, like, real live musicians are honestly kind of prohibitively expensive a lot of the time. Because we're extremely highly skilled and trained. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. And so, yeah, and especially like studio recording musicians, really good, really efficient, but also usually have, like at least a master's. So, yeah, that's... Anyway, memory. Both timing-wise and pitch-wise, and also expression-wise, like volume and tone. The main problem with MIDI is that it's so often locked to the grid. Both timing-wise and pitch-wise, and also expression-wise, like volume and tone. Yeah. Definitely, for me, I can, so this same note here. Same note, but where I play it really changes how it sounds, right? And also how it feels playing it. But as far as I know, you can't really do that with MIDI. There are things like glissandos that you can do, staccatos and sforzandos and that sort of thing. But there are some nuances of music that are very hard, if not impossible, to actually get MIDI to emulate. I do MIDI indeed. How is right? No talent for real instruments? No shame in that. Talented Smith, we just have spent time getting comfy with real instruments. Yeah, I mean, it's 1% talent, 99% hard work. Otherwise known as practice. You just play with those little comes to life massively, even if the instrument sounds are mediocre. Yeah, it definitely does. And I have a friend who's writing her own software to play back MIDI and making some hardware to show it off as well with LEDs and stuff. From scratch? Huh. Interesting. Not even sure what that would actually entail. Alright, let's play Memory from the Ib soundtrack. Ib is a visual novel. Was Memory from the Ib soundtrack. It's actually an arrangement that I wrote. If you're curious about my arrangements, they're over on the coffee account. Also, if you'd like to help me eat and also get other basic necessities, coffee is the best place for that, whether it's one time or whether it's monthly. And thank you for that request, Vilfar. Let's see. I streams on Twitch. So I've gotten to have telling people I'm not talented, just hardworking. Yeah. It's skilled is the word I tend to try to use. It's like talent has this. So a lot of people will say no, it totally means skill, but all too often talent means inborn latent talent, right? You were given this by whatever, higher power they believe in, or chance, or whatever. And music, aside from the love for music, which, you can't force love, right? But if you have a love of music, the skill can, we can do whatever we need to get the skill there. It's really about having a lot of time played over a decent period of time, really listening to yourself. Having a teacher helps. Wandering the lands looking for something is a lot harder than being given a map by the teacher and told, hey, go from here to here, takes about this long, turn east, go about half a day, and you'll find the thing, right? And usually that thing is a skill or something else that you need. That's just often really hard to find on your own. So a teacher definitely helps things. Talent's an excuse I've seen people use to basically reduce the effort that's gone into someone's work. Yeah, it's definitely one of my pet peeves when people say talent instead of skill. It's also what I've gotten into the habit of telling people, just hard work. Okay, there we go. I think I am caught back up to chat. Sent the thing, the link. Nihilist. Oh, you DM'd it to me. Okay. It's workable. Let's see. Probably gonna have to read a bunch of bass clef, but yeah. This is, let's put sight reading in as a placeholder here. And Nihilist, you can do this too. If you just type in chat !SR space and then sight reading 1 or 2 or whichever one's not up there. We have 1 through 5 because you can't requesting the same one twice doesn't do anything. It just tells me more than one person has requested it. So when we have multiple sight reading requests in, I have 1 through 5 and we just use them sort of randomly. 1 gets used the most, obviously. But yeah. Let's see. How do you exactly on the talent versus the hardworking or skill thing. Small parts of that might be autism, but no one needs to know that. The hard work is what I'm proud of and what I want people to notice. Yeah, absolutely. Just being born with some instincts for music is nice and all, but I don't want to be recognized for that over actual work. I even prefer not thinking of skills, just comfort with certain things. The reason my guitar playing sounds half decent is because I'm relaxed and comfortable when playing. Yeah, and so, like, it's stage fright and being tense, right, is detrimental to playing. Being relaxed is a super, super important part of, like, a lot of skills, really, but especially performances. And, one of the things that we're told is, hey, the easiest way to be relaxed is to practice so much that there's just no way you're going to get it wrong. It's just like, this goes for tests at school as well. But like, just the act of not just practicing until, what do you call it? You can get it right, but practicing until you can't get it wrong. Which, second one, I don't do on too many pieces anymore. You'll notice which pieces are like that. But generally that helps the relaxation, right? Performance itself is actually like that too, in that I've played so many thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in front of people that, sometimes, like if I'm playing in front of a cellist from the Portland Symphony Orchestra, sometimes that happens, right? They've walked by, we chat, it's, or like the vice pres of Portland Symphony, or, a retired classical violinist or whatever, right? Definitely a little bit of tension, a little bit of nervousness, but overall, performing itself, I've done it so much that it's just, like, that there's no reason for me at this point to be tense or nervous about it because I've just practiced it to hell and back, right? And I don't like skill or talent because it implies it's an innate right. Ooh, interesting. It's not like all it could be is changing how you do something. Like art, did you did from kindergarten to 8th grade? It was bad stuff, but like humans not looking human, etc. I got into digital art. Holy cow, my stuff looks real and stuff. Oh. Practice until you can't get it wrong. I don't think I've ever heard, I've ever done anything that much. Are you sure? Oh, hello, Verity. Thank you for the request. Bomb on Battlefield. Ooh, okie. All right, so I've put in, let's see. Beep. We're just thinking of Bomb. Some, for sight reading 2? Oh, Luna, do you also have sight reading? Sight reading requests that you'd like to make? Can I DM you on Twitch? I think my DMs are open. Yeah. I forgot that was an option. It's like YouTube doesn't have that option at all. Well, there are a few things I definitely won't get wrong. I wonder what those are. Just trying my best regarding music. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the process of, like, every performance is also practice, right? In its own way. And you know, practice is that it overlaps with performance, but there are definitely some things that you need practice for, which is different from rehearsal, which is different from performance. They're 3 separate things that overlap a lot, but do have their own peculiarities that they need their own time for. The goal of practicing is making as many different mistakes as possible until none of them surprise you. That's true. That is so true. So, like, one of the things I've performed, like, on stream a bunch. I've also performed in venues a bunch, both in more of a classical context, orchestra context, as well as in more like band context. And also I've busked just random street corners, random conventions, right? And the myriad mistakes that I've made over the years, including non-musical ones. Standing on a tilted area over like 6 hours ish, if you're not used to it, does certain things to your musculoskeletal system that you won't be used to, right? So yeah, it's let's see, Luna. There's the music score. Let me throw it over this way. Megalovania. I think I have to deny this particular request. Megalovania only really works when you have a second player playing the ostinato, which is that part. But I can play other pieces from Undertale if you'd like. I think we have. I forgot what the exact piece was, but we do have one. Fallen Down, that's what it is. The reprised version of Fallen Down. I'm gonna go collapse into bed now. Night, Taffy? Okay. Night. Oh, it is almost midnight there, isn't it? Would you like Fallen Down instead, Luna? All right, let us get going through this list. Sure. Okay, let's see. Let's throw that in there and replace it with this. Let's see. Replace. Okay, there we go. Fairy Tale, leave us asleep. Okay. Pallet Town. All right. This is from Pokemon Gen 1, the starting town. Nice, relaxing piece. Can't believe it's been like 10 years since Undertale released. That was Pallet Town. Thanks for the request, Autumn. Let's see, Blare of Fire. I'd probably play the usual Minuet of Forest, Song of Storms after it. The other thing, so Raven, you said I just try my best regarding music. Like, especially with composing and really like creating new things, right? Often it's just a matter of, like, it doesn't matter if you make stuff that isn't the best in the world. Just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Some of that's practice. Some of that is just no matter how good you are, you're probably not going to make a masterpiece on the first try, right? There we go. The A and the D, these two strings were out of tune with each other, and that was bothering me the whole bloody piece. There were only like 1 or 2 notes that it really mattered on. The rest I could compensate for with my fingering. But on those 1 or 2 notes, I was just like... Oh no, yeah, in case you didn't know, Twitch basically allows advertisers to say, don't show my... ads in certain tags. Unfortunately, it seems that trans is one of those. So yeah, big impact to ad revenue. I think it's like 50% less. So yeah. Yeah, that's... Although, like, ad revenue isn't that much for me anyway. So, it's, yeah. On the other side, that's, if you'd like to support me, subbing also works, which only gives me half the money, I think. The other half goes to Twitch. If you go to Coffee, that gives me most of it. Yeah. Let's see. Right. Ocarina of Time music. Yeah. was Blare of Fire, Minuet of Forest, and Song of Time, all from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Thanks for that request, Nihilist. Just wanted you know if you didn't know. Also, Transgo, I appreciate it. I kind of figured, even before the last week, like, it's, yeah. Song of Storms is my jam. That's the first song I learned on the violin. Ah. Heard a piano piece some years ago. I did not dare release to the public. I'm sure it's a lot better than you think, Raven. Yeah, it's most likely a lot better than you think. We, for good and ill, we are our worst critics. Being healthily critical of your own skills is a good way to keep growing. But also, it can prevent you from doing things like releasing good music. The void has come to consume me. And my whole room, evidently, or at least half the room. Hi, Babs. Oh no, now I can't see chat through Babs. It's like pain that adding a tag that a lot of people use for discovery runes ad revenue. Yeah! I'm just thinking, how is my... there is a... let's see, discovery. So... in terms of tags over... let's extend this to... October 1st, yeah, I think is when I started streaming here. So most of my tags don't draw in too many people, just because like the size of my stream isn't that large, and therefore, etc., etc. But there are 2 tags that bring in viewers. There's the violin tag, and then the trans tag, and they bring in equal numbers of people. Equal numbers. Although the trans tag has 13 times the visibility for me. So yeah, it's literally had, no, sorry. Roughly 14 times the number of impressions. Wait, do I not have the violin tag? Did I remove it at some point? I did. Do-ba-do-ba-doo. Just remove the English tag. Violin. Boink. There we go. I just added it back. Again, I mean, I don't think the piece can be played by a single piano player. The music sheet looks odd. That's fine. It can just be a MIDI piece, or it can be a 4-hand piece, right? I wonder if I'm avoiding that tag is just because we're all so poor. There is that, isn't there? The average, or queer folks in general, sort of get shafted economically. Which I can take a look too if you want, Raven. Yeah. It could be adapted. Yeah, like taking a piece and making it suitable for a single piano player to play is one option. Just splitting it in. I mean, if you want a live pianist to play it, splitting it into 2 pianos is totally an option as well. Just leaving it as an electronic piece is also totally an option. If pianists find your piece and really like it, sometimes they'll just arrange the darn thing themselves, like I do with a lot of pieces. And just make it playable for themselves and still sound good, right? Like there's tons of options out there. You don't need to be too worried about it. Unless you're specifically like advertising it as a single piano piece, in which case, Sight reading. Metal Gear Solid 2 theme. So we played a version of this the other day. But let's see how this version plays compared to the previous one. This is actually a violin-cello arrangement, so not too dissimilar to a piano arrangement. Although my dislike for most violin arrangements is that it says violin is a melody instrument, therefore it can never play any more than one note at one time, which it's um, and it seems that arrangers think so, which is unfortunately it means that I don't get the data I need to really flesh out the harmony parts, which really sucks. And it's really hard to read a violin line that's in treble and then a cello line or like a piano left-handed line that is in bass clef. Like, I can read bass clef and play bass clef by itself, but it's just a gear switch in the brain. Playing treble and thinking about treble while also trying to pick up notes, like decide what notes are important and also what notes are what from a bass clef line at the same time, I'm not quite that skilled. Raven said on Discord if you want to see music channel. Okay. Speaking of which, the Discord, the channel that Raven is talking about is the Discord here. If you'd like to join us, we talk about gaming, music, a bunch of other stuff. People in the Discord are really creative, so we also have a looky what I made channel as well. Yeah, trying to mix the two sounds is hard. Yeah, it's often with a piano part, at least like the left hand, yes, has a bunch of good info, but often the right hand has enough notes that I can actually just like pick bits of it out to supplement the melody. And of course with piano, there's the opposite problem that I usually complain of it's just too messy. There's too much info. But sometimes cello etudes use both clefs because of the range, but I'm usually only a couple of notes on the auto out. It's usually only a couple of notes on auto and out. Bach Cello Suite number 6, Gavotte. I think the original cello part uses 3 or 4 different clefs. And with the violin arrangement, it's just treble, right? It's been arranged for violin. We don't use anything but treble. So it took a number of years until I had a cellist friend that I was playing with one day, and we were talking about things, and they were like, yeah, no, I remember that one. And pulls out the sheet music and starts playing it. And there's just treble switches, like multiples of them. It's like, why? Anyway, enough griping. Let's play the theme for Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. This is a sight reading requested by Nihilist, so no guarantees. Which Bach Cello Suite am I talking about? Oh, Bach Cello Suite number 6, Movement 5, the Gavotte. At some point I knew how to play it. It's the one that starts that one. Fortunately, my like the melody's still in my head, but a lot of the harmony parts, the second and third notes are just, oh, they're gone. I might be able to play it if I just like pulled up the sheet music, but yeah. All right, so here is my theme from Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Sight reading of main theme for Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. I don't quite know which Metal Gear Solid 2 theme I'm used to. Might be 3 or 4? I think it's the one with the big boss in it, and like the sniper that dies of old age if you wait long enough, and the bee guy. Yeah, the one that the violinist playing Suzuki and cellist playing. No. So a different one. The Bach cello suite that we learn in the Suzuki books is the Bach cello suite number 3, movement 3 or 4. It's a bourrée. That one. And granted, the version that we learn in Suzuki is a little easier, but substantially easier than Suite 6, Movement 5. That was awesome. Thank you. Of course. Thanks for the request. Bomb on Battlefield, Fallen Down, Fairy Tale main theme, and then Leave His Lead. All right. Give me 3 minutes. We need to run the ads on Twitch so the pre-rolls stay off. And I won't, we'll just be chatting for that period of time. If you'd like to avoid them, just sub to the channel. Although I don't like ads. I don't want to run them any more than is absolutely necessary, but pre-rolls absolutely suck. So see you in 3. Unfortunately, Twitch has the much better audio quality, like noticeably higher. YouTube for streams doesn't allow anything beyond like 128 kilobits per second, whereas Twitch allows basically 3 times that. I think it's like 380 or something. That's the cap. But in return, you have to deal with like ads and stuff like that, and not being able to seek back through the stream until like a VOD is actually out. So give and take, you know. Let's see. Honestly, yeah, if you go back to like 19th century editions of suite number 6, they use soprano clef. Gross. Yep. They use. Yep. I think it was like. I think it was bass clef, tenor clef, treble clef, and soprano clef. Just like. Was there really a need for this? You can actually go see a VOD of stream while stream is live. I didn't know that. What? Well, now I know, I suppose. Do you have any tips for playing, improving pinky vibrato? Oh, freaking gods. Oh. Honestly, not the hardest vibrato, come to think of it. Let's see. Let me figure out what I'm actually doing first, because it's subconscious at this point. So one thing, if your pinky isn't strong enough, and for me, I have this joint tends to bottom out. My joints are. There's a thing that Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I think, that is comorbid with ADHD. Happens a lot, but the play cello, no pinky vibrato on cello. Well, no finger vibrato. No finger vibrato. Wait, what? There's what? Is tell me more. Cellos are so expensive. Yeah, they do tend to be like at least 2 times as expensive as violins. Just sort of on the whole, including the strings. But wrist vibrato and sort of arm vibrato as well, for larger, like lazier ones a little bit. Hand tends to be these like tighter vibratos. You sort of interchange and weave them. And like you don't use one single vibrato speed, right? You go. So with violin, a few tricks. So if you already know positions, if you don't know positions, disregard this completely. Positions are a whole thing that you have to really, really work through and get a good foundation. Otherwise, things are just going to be sloppy as hell and nothing is going to work. But if you know your positions, if you're trying to do this, right, the E on the A string here, it's this tone. That's the trick I just did. Is I don't want to do pinky vibrato. So I just do it on a more comfortable finger instead. Usually it's, so first finger vibrato is actually not very good. Like it doesn't feel good, right? Middle finger. These 2 fingers are actually really good for me. And so right? That's one trick, is just do it with a different finger. Another trick is, so if your pinky's not strong enough, you sort of reinforce it with another finger half a step down. So if you're trying to do that E again, right? You bring, you can see, that 3rd finger close to it, and then you just do the vibrato there with those 2. So it's going to feel and sound different from just a single finger vibrato, which is, by the way, that's its own whole thing that you can explore, and what sounds good and what feels good. Often when I have, so as I'm already established on that, I'll actually lift a lower finger off to make the vibrato sound different and also be more comfortable. But you can very specifically leave a lower finger down by your vibrato finger to stabilize it, less stress, etc., etc. I used to use a different finger instead, but I want to improve as much as possible. I'm currently doing the assisted vibrato. The other thing is, so if you have exercises, they don't have to be specifically violin exercises, that can strengthen the pinky in some way. And doing this, even just something like this, right, is pinky strengthening. I mean, really, it's similar for this, pinky too, this sort of like pinky strengthening exercise. Don't feel bad if your pinky is weak. That's a weakness that takes years to really work on. It's just a steady thing that's going on in the background. And you know, it's much like intonation, right? At first you sound horrible. It's, you know, it's, instead of, it might be, right? Just a thing you work on over long periods of time, years, usually years. Same thing with the pinky. Just keep on doing strengthening exercises that you find, and keep on using it. I think there's definitely some shying away from using it that happens sometimes, just because it is really uncomfortable and really weak. So, you know, this little spindly thing that's asks you to do basically the same task as these three, right? And so, like, I think especially in children, there might be some shying away from that. But yeah, it sounds like you're specifically going out of your way to get better at it. So it's just a matter of doing it and also strengthening it outside of violin. And also, I think with vibrato, we learn wrist vibrato first. So basically, vibrato, for anybody that doesn't know, is this motion, which gives life to a note, right? Instead of, it's, and you'll of course see string players doing this, but also wind players as well. They do it with their embouchure. But what we learn first is sort of this nodding thing, but towards yourself. And it's this motion. So, you know, just sort of, hey, come here, right? This sort of motion. And then from there, it's a matter of trying to do that while loosening up the finger enough that the finger can stay in one spot, while the rest of the hand moves. And the fingertip actually rolls. That's why the pitch goes up and down, because when it rolls higher, right? When it rolls higher, and I'm super exaggerating this, the pitch will go higher, and then when you roll back down to the note and then even past the note, it'll go lower. And so you get that pitch variation. But yeah, we definitely learn wrist vibrato first, just as a form thing, I think. Arm vibrato, like, I think it would be like learning to play with only your arm. Right? It's you play with your arm and your wrist and your fingers, right? It's this motion. And going from having it be a wrist vibrato and then eventually learning how to use the weight of your arm as well, is probably the way that minimizes the number of bad habits that students pick up, I think. That is a real thing in violin. Good gods. There's so many bad habits that you can do. Like with vibrato, one of the bad habits that you can pick up is not actually doing the rolling wrist vibrato, but sort of doing this like lifting and putting down sort of thing, right? Instead of actually doing the vibrato itself. Oh, what others were there? I remember specifically the teacher that taught me sight reading also taught me vibrato, and she mentioned a few different ways that that her students had improperly mimicked vibrato over the years, and gotten halfway to having a bad habit before being corrected to actually getting vibrato, right? Yeah. Hey, let's play Beaumont Battlefield, shall we? Feels like I've been talking for a while, even though it's only been 10 minutes-ish. Alright, this is Super Mario 64. This is the main theme, really, or it ends up being the main theme, but it is the theme that plays in Bomb on Battlefield, which is the first map that every player goes to aside from speedrunners. Speedrunners can go wherever they want with their butt warps. If you hear snoring, it's Balbs. He's sleeping right here. Was Bomb on Battlefield from Super Mario 64. Thanks for that request, Verity. Hope it was worth the wait. Oh, Nihilist, the other thing with strengthening Pinky is instead of playing open strings, use the fourth finger on the lower string to play the same tone. So instead of going right with D major, instead go and just make a habit of using the fourth finger instead of the open string. Your music will sound livelier because you're not using just flat open string, and also it will train up your pinky. Zoltrak, okay. Pardon. Undertale. Falling down. It's a 3-pager. Yes, it is. Okay. Very nice. Thank you. That is an old classic. Actually, maybe it was before you got here, Verity, but I played what's its name? Inside the Castle Walls as the warm-up piece. Thanks for the tips. I really appreciate it. Of course, anytime. Unfortunately, since the pandemic, I haven't been actually teaching, which really sucks. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to teach anytime. Especially like these really specific questions. Oh. All right. Here's the reprise version of Fallen Down from Undertale. Seems like my D string just like keeps going flat today. The other strings are totally fine. It's just the D string. It's the reprise version of Fallen Down by Toby Fox. Thanks for that request, Luna. Let's see. Fairy Tale main theme, Leave Us Lead, and then Zoltrak. I think I'm going to... Let's flip these real quick. I'm going to do Fairy Tale, Free Ren, and then Leave Us Lead. Fairy Tale. Let's see. Four pages. There we go. Feels like it's been a while since we've played this. So Aurora actually like loafs on the sound interface. Balbs is quite a bit larger, right? And so he uses it as a pillow. So he has like his shoulders and head up on it while the rest of his body is off of it. So cute. It's not like super loud snoring, it's just barely audible. Like every once in a while, it'll be snoring back there. Yes, I'm talking about you, Babs. Have a good nap. He'll be back there snoring, and I'll hear it. And then it takes me like 5 minutes to recognize that it's a sound that I'm not imagining. And then another few seconds to like pinpoint, okay, what sound is that? I specifically remember a time where I just couldn't identify for a good like 5-10 seconds, wondering where in the what? Like trying to triangulate it, and then trying to figure out what it actually is, and it's just Balb snoring. All right, let's see. I have one cat, and I love when she snores. It's only when she sleeps in a certain position, but it's so cute. Alright, so here is the main theme from the anime Fairy Tail. That was the main theme from Fairy Tail. Thanks for the request, Nihilist. Let's see, we have Zoltrog. Thanks for the claps. Thank you, thank you. This is another 4-pager. All right, let's see. There we go. And also, fun fact: there's this channel here for a while called Animax, which showed anime. My parents went, cartoons must be for kids, and let me watch. Guess who watched Fairy Tail at 9? Oh. There are some anime that are absolutely appropriate for 9-year-olds. I don't know if most shonen anime would be appropriate for 9-year-olds. I don't know how much lewd material is in there, but I know there's a lot of fighting and getting hurt. Nihilist, do you own an electric violin? I do, although I very, very rarely use it. I think that's worse than me watching Evangelion at 11. I think Evangelion is sort of worse at any age, Haru. Like, show a grown adult Evangelion, and they're still going to have an existential crisis or 5. And thankfully I was smart enough to go, hey, this isn't something I should watch. And I probably, and I watched Gegege no Kitaro. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think Gegege no Kitaro was something that I watched. Must have been at, starting at 3-ish? I mean, I think the setting is fairly grim, right? So for anybody that doesn't know, Gegege no Kitaro is features Kitaro, who is the main character missing an eye, right? And his companion, who is an eyeball yokai. Literally eyeball with little imagine a stick figure, put a little bit of actual meat on the stick figure, plop an eyeball as the head. Right? That's basically what it is. And eventually I figured out that oh wait, no, that's actually Kitaro's eye. It's like of course there's a lot of traditional Japanese yokai involved, that's a setting, but also very much war-torn, maybe Sengoku, maybe earlier. So there's some concepts that are definitely early for that age, but also in terms of the things that they actually cover in the anime, it's fairly benign. Might be a little scary if you're super small and don't quite get the context, but oh well. Yeah, probably. For the Evangelion thing, even my friend cried for a full hour after they asked after mech anime, and I went Evangelion on pure instinct. Oh gods. Evangelion isn't a mech anime. It's psychological horror. Oh, is Kitaro not fully human? Because Medama Oyaji is yeah, I suppose Oyaji is dad. Yeah. I was thinking it might be grandpa, but no, it's dad. Yeah, it's not human, that's why he's able to go to hell? Oh, that okay. That okay, and so I suppose that also explains why he knows so many yokai. I mean, so in Shinto, yokai just sort of exist within Japan, just everywhere. There's thousands, tens of thousands of them. They're just sort of effectively local wildlife, but more powerful sometimes, well, often, especially supernaturally powerful, and also often have most of the time have actual wills like humans do, actual consciousness. So yeah. But there's a rat man who's constantly trying to scam people. Yep. A cat girl who will rip you to shreds for looking at her wrong. Yep. A wall. Yep. An old drunkard and weird grandma. I don't remember those. which means I need to go back and watch at least a little bit of it. The Kitaro and Medama Oyaji and the cat girl and the wall, absolutely, you know, like still remember the visuals. However many decades later. There's actually a modern reboot that's pretty cool. What? Okay, I'm putting that in the what do you call it? The stream notes, because that is important, very important information. Let's see. Gegeki no Kitaro remake. Noted. Thank you for that. Japan, if over 100-year-old, if it's over 100 years old, it'll be alive. Basically, yeah, that's sort of how Shinto works. A lot of the time, I think that's part of how Shinto works, right? Is like enough time. It's sort of the well, it's basically, if it gets old enough, it almost conjures a will of its own, just by virtue of how long it's been around. Potentially just like around humans as well, right? But yeah, that's that's actually a really good summary of that particular concept in Shinto. Hi Armando, hello, welcome back to the stream. Gegeki no Kitaro 2018 will get you it. Okay, that works. Where are my notes? 2018 remake. Noted. Hand pink waving indeed. Yeah, that's what all the Twitch emotes look like on the YouTube side. I wish I could actually ferry over the emotes, but I cannot, alas. So if you like emotes on one particular side or the other, that's why I have both streams going. I wish they both had like decent audio quality, so that, you know, the choice wouldn't be, hey, do you go to Twitch for better audio quality, or, you know, do you like YouTube better, but have to deal with the audio quality. Yay, that's Nova's, isn't it? Oh god, it's Nova's tier 3 emote. Oh. Whereas after 100 years, an object can come to life. If it comes to life, it'll be based on how it's treated. So if you treat it badly, it'll come to life as yeah, sort of an evil spirit. Yeah. Do I sell my sheet music? No, I don't. I just give it free. It's all the arrangements that I've made are over on the Ko-fi account. There'll be a link there to all of it, including the PDF version and the Muse score notation software version. And yeah. I definitely take tips. I love like monthly patrons as well. Makes the you know, getting food a little easier. But yeah, that's not having access to the sheet music I wanted as a child was a super big pet peeve of mine. So now whenever I arrange stuff, it's just like, no, I'm not going to disappoint, you know, 8, 10, 12-year-old Tabby. So I don't want to do that. I can disappoint her in other ways. Like not being super interested in Thomas the Tank Engine anymore. Yeah, she's... Well, that's probably more like 4 or 5-year-old Tabby, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, here's Old Truck from Soul Soul and the Pre-Rent. Was Zoltrak from Soul Soul no Freeren, which I've heard is absolutely worth watching. Let's see. Luna. Old drunkard is crying old man from what I looked up, and the old lady was sandwich. No yokai names are coming to mind, unfortunately. Oh, Sea of Thieves. How to request? Okay. Holy meep, I forgot about Rollo and the umbrella. Rollo and the umbrella. I mean, the umbrella is a fairly common yokai in Japan. The Rollo? What's a Rollo? All right, so that is check there. Thank you for the request. Let's see, Leave Us Lead. So this is a piece that is basically standard repertoire for violinists, written by a 20th century violinist by the name of Fritz Kreisler. Roll of cotton, Rollo cloth. Huh. Yeah, definitely need to go back and watch it. Because I don't... Even the yokai doesn't come to mind, let alone the visual. I think he flies on sometimes. Oh, that's probably a makami, which is not cotton but cloth. Oh, itamomen. That's why. Okay, yeah. So it's not a makami. Yeah, momen is. I forgot what kind of It might be cotton. Momen. Yeah, that's probably cotton. Yeah. Itan momen. Itan. don't know what the characters for those are. Sanchez, Snakake Baba. Oh, that makes sense. What's the umbrella? Like, umbrella itself is like kasa, right? There's either something in front of it or after it. I don't remember what. Let's see. Here is Levis Lead. Was Levis Lead. Thanks for that request, Verity. Thank you, it's beautiful. It's a pleasure. Let's see. The Count from Sea of Thieves, and then the request list is empty for the time being. Let's just reboost the Footy post. Okay. Let's see. I wonder which version I played. Probably that one. Oh, that's weird. Somebody wrote, so Be Calmed starts with a pickup note. So a pickup note is a beat that starts effectively sort of before a full measure starts. So this piece is in 3, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Like a waltz. A waltz is 3, 4. Has 3 beats in a measure. But some pieces start out with a pickup note, so a note on the 3, right? So in this case, it's starts with that 3, 1, right? But the arrangement that's good in terms of notes that it gives me so that I can get like the harmonies and all of that doesn't have the pickup note. It just says here, the pickup note is actually 1. So instead of saying 3, 3, 1, it says 1, 2, 3, 1, da, da, right? Visually weird, but also note-wise, it's the better of the two. It's all offset by beat. Yes, absolutely. It's horrid. Why? Yeah, there are. Granted, like. I mean, like the concept of. Oh, hi, Dave. Morning, morning. The concept of a pickup note, even if you don't know music notation or music theory, all like the concept of 3, 1, right? With the downbeat being emphasized, right? And if you're in like a band setting, a jam session, right? That's the downbeat of the measure, whether it's in 3/4 or 4/4, is felt, right? You'll see, everybody actually move their bodies a little bit to signify to keep each other like together. So I'm not quite sure what produces this, because I know MuseScore handles pickup notes, right? Pickup notes exist whether you know sheet music and sight reading, sheet music and music theory or not. And this person has enough knowledge that they have 3 notes, like a 3-part harmony in the left hand, and like a 1 to 3 part, 1 to 3 notes on the right hand at all times. So like, their ear is better than mine. But he doesn't really give the expression of an accented downbeat usually. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It sounds fine with a MIDI player, and MuseScore plays it, so they hit publish. Oh, gods. Oh, you're right, and yeah, and so MuseScore doesn't, and so it doesn't go bum 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 like that first beat emphasis that a live musician would do. They don't. MuseScore doesn't do it, so it doesn't sound off to them. That, yeah, I could see that. But anyway. They turned on the metronome in Muse score. Yeah, that's true. It would probably be, yeah, it would be pretty darn obvious. So like I said, it's the concept of pickup notes and like the downbeat of a measure exists in basically any form of music, right? The notation doesn't have to even be, you know, this sort of notation that we have nowadays. You know, it's like music all over the world has this concept pretty built into it a lot of the time. Yeah, that's so much skill in actually arranging the darn thing, but it's just the whole thing is off by a beat. Okay, I'll stop crying about it and actually play the music now. That was Becalmed from Sea of Thieves. How do I can see myself doing that myself doing something like that years ago. Yeah, at some point. What flavor is your violin? What does it taste like? Wood, probably, and varnish. I don't know what varnish tastes like though. It's I forgot what they're called. Like liquids that solidify at some point versus liquids that stay liquids. Yay, lovely. Thank you. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Let's see, Princess Mononoke. Right, this is not Ashitaka-en-san. Emulsifiers? I don't think they're emulsifiers. Emulsification is the mixing of oil and water, right? How do my feel? It looks like it should taste like chocolate? I mean, like... Oh, unfortunately, Balbs is all, like, halfway across the room now. Sorry, baby. I mean, it's like, this is Pinkie Pie, so, like, might taste like cotton candy, honestly. You never know. Until you try. And then you might know. It might be a mystery flavor. I want chocolate? I want chocolate, too. I'm out of chocolate. A few other snacks handy, but chocolate tends to go fairly quickly, unfortunately. Okay, one more piece before we do another quick ad break. It's, wow, we're 2 hours in, it's only 22. This is kind of nice. Yesterday we started like at 21, like an hour ago. And so midnight came way, way too quickly. It's definitely nice to be able to actually start at an early hour. At least early for me. Alright, so this is Princess Mononoke from Studio Ghibli's Princess Mononoke. Was Princess Mononoke from Studio Ghibli's Princess Mononoke. As always, written by Hisai Shijo. All right, let's do a quick 3-minute ad break for Twitch. Let's be sitting here chatting. See you back in 3 minutes, Twitch. And for me, in the meantime, let us do a little bit of self-care. So, water. Sorry, Palps, can't come up on the desk right now. What do you have over on your whiskers there? That's an odd thing to have on your whiskers. You are missing out on the ads. And you could just go to Twitch, you know. I need to stretch. Grandpa's violin. It's been a long while since I've played that one. Oh. Feels like it's been a long while since I've actually done proper stretches after stream too, honestly. Hi, Balps. Hello, hello. You're a dusty boyo. This is Balps. Okay. Oh, listen to him rumble. The rumbly boyo. And he likes hugs. I made a clip of your reaction earlier, by the way. You removed all context. Wait. What did I say? What's the clip? What? I don't see it. What? Oh no. What did I say? You said not a word? Wait, what? Is it just me sitting there going,今午前1時だから寝ます。あれれ。じゃあおやすみね。来てくれてありがとう。Not quite. It's later. Nyla said there was it's 1 in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed. Oyasumi. Like a full proper form is like oyasumi nasai, right? But like that's really it's sort of stiff, formal. So oyasumi is the much more common form of good night. And I need to let you go, and then I need to get maybe this will work. Yeah. Balb's hair. Definitely one of the downsides of having cats is cat fur. Especially with like normally it's not an issue, right? But with makeup, it actually has a foundation to stick to and then tickle me from there. So, yeah. And also I have, like, lip balm on, relatively fresh, so sticks to my lips too, which is, yeah. I'm going to go watch that clip, when the stream is over. Probably go for another, yeah, another hour-ish. And then call it a stream. Let's see. What do we want to start off the last third of the stream with? Oh, wait, we're starting it off with Grandpa's violin. Right. Okay. What else do we want to put in there? Oh. Still itchy. No why. Cat hair. As far as not from like an allergy or anything like that. It's just very specifically like cat hair gets stuck to makeup and then just you know, itchy, tickly. What else do we want to play aside from Grandpa's violin? Any ideas? Actually, Cass's theme would probably be a good one. It feels like it's been a long while. I'm going to put the clip in a new tab. Just is that from yesterday? That looks a lot brighter than it looks on my screen. I don't know what the difference between yesterday and today would be. Maybe the camera. No, the camera angles. Yeah, the camera angle looks like today. Dragon Roost. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Maybe Lon Lon Ranch? All right, we'll start here and then go from there. Ugh. Stretch. Skyfox. Hello. Welcome. Just about to start playing again. Had a little ad / self-care break there. Wait, is it first time chat? I have seen you around, at least in a few places, right? This isn't the first time we're meeting? Welcome to my channel. This is oh, welcome to my channel. Also, hi. This is me. It's the person behind the name. And this is my shoulder-mounted squawk box. First time here, I think. Yeah, that's what it says. First time chat. Oh. Oh, what's his name? Is it? Right. Okuno. That's probably where I know you from. That is definitely one of Okuno's emojis. Emojis? Emotes? Emotes. Do I also know you from like Patanchan streams, or is it Espin? Oh, okay. Yep, Patanchan. That makes sense. So I know I've only been to Okuno's streams maybe thrice. It's if Patanchan's not usually like the also mod for SB. SB? I don't know if I know SB. recognize them? Yeah. Yeah, I don't follow them. I don't even know what a stream is. Never heard of the concept. Right. Oh, Espen. Oh, you mod for Espen. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's see. So Grandpa's Violin from .hack_sign, and then Dragon Roost Island from Wind Waker. Well, oh wait, Cass's theme. And then Wind Waker. Okay. And then Ocarina of Time Long Ranch. Okay. First one is from the anime .hack_sign. It's called Grandpa's Violin. That was Grandpa's Violin, written by Kajura Yuki. It's so pretty. It really is. Thanks for that request, Haru. Cassis theme, Dragon's Island, and then Lon Lon Ranch. Alright, so this is from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is Cassis theme. That was Cassis theme from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Thank you for that request to me from about 10 minutes ago. Hi, Grumpy Monkey. Welcome, welcome. Just finished listening to a DJ stream, so here I am, I suppose, high as a kite, listening to Zelda music on a violin. Life is jarring sometimes, yeah. Let's see. Up next is Dragon Roost Island. Alright, so let's see. Memory item. The repertoire's getting large enough that I'm just like, before it used to be, you know, whether it's a memory item or not, or whether I need sheet music, was pretty instant. But nowadays it's like, you know, to take a moment to think about it and go, have I known this piece for longer than 2 years? Alright, so here is Dragon of Island. Was Dragon Roost Island from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Thank you for that request as well, Haru. And so we have Lon Lon Ranch, and then Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. I have half a mind to, I know we were working on, Pokemon stuff. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was last week sometime. And I think we actually had a stream that was labeled, you know, Pokemon stream. So we basically just sat and sight read a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff. We made a concerted effort to get at least a few more pieces in. I have half a mind to potentially do that with Disney as well. Because I'm missing so many of their classics, right? I only know, what, like 3 or 4 pieces from Disney? And even fewer from Pixar? In terms of, like, in terms of American animation, those two are some of the largest, both studio size and also their catalog. Let's also add in the power from Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, so Lon Lon Ranch. This is, speaking of jarring, we've gone from 2 really active pieces to this one is just a really, really nice, languid, calming thing. was Lon Lon Ranch. So if you'd like to, support me and help me keep food on the table and food in these ones, food dishes. The coffee account actually handles both the one-time and also monthly donations. That helps a ton. Mostly because, you know, with subs, Twitch just takes half of it. So, yeah. Maybe helps. Also, if you'd like to join us on Discord, we do have a server. Talk about music, games, things that people make. There's specifically a channel for that. And also, if you'd like to see my socials, they are, it's on Fetty, you might notice Mastodon. Also connects with PixelFed as well. But the link to it is somewhere around here. Stream description, about page, it's one of those. Hello, sir. Just like sideways, you know, staring. But he's so cute. I can't not pay him attention. Oh, let me get my hand over here. No. Oh. All right, let's do Part of Your World. This is from Disney's Little Mermaid. Balb's hair. Thank you for that request, Dave. Oh, it's Part of Your World. Danny says hello, by the way. Hi, Danny. Hello, hello. Power. Let's see. Let's do last call. Last call is everyone gets one more request, and then we cut off the requests, we put in the ending theme, we play it out, and then call it a stream. Feels like it's been a few streams since I've actually been able to properly do a last call. It's the last few streams that I remember have been really short, really started late, so only a short amount of time to do it. I got 2 in today, so I don't need another one. And there might still be plenty of room, honestly. Now, a lot of the people listen, don't even request. They just listen. For anybody who is new here, hi, I'm Octavia. We play soundtracks, basically exclusively soundtracks, games, movies, visual novels, various series. What did I not mention there? Did I mention anime? Anime, yeah. And requests go up here. You can type !SL for the link to the song list. We're up to like 150 some odd pieces in the repertoire. Oh, Aurora, please don't examine the source code for the streamer song list. It's very rude of you to suddenly do. Normally she doesn't step on the keyboard at all. She is, out of the 3, she is very much my kitty. But Balbs was trying to get her, so she was dodging around. I stepped on, probably F12 is, yeah, F12 is examine. I got to, no, I already saw that message. Okay. Honestly, it's super quiet last call. I don't know if I've ever gotten like a 0 request last call or not. We can definitely throw a few more in. Let's see, probably Ancient Stones. Feels like it's not a stream without playing Ancient Stones. There have been 1 or 2 streams where I haven't, but oh, darn Balb's hair. Balbs, can you stop shedding hair, please? Oh. Haru? Haru? How did you manage to do Swallowtail Jig twice? Or did it just show up twice and then correct? How did you manage to get it in positions 3 and 4? Because I want to know, so that I can do it too. Right, you fixed it, but how did you do it in the first place? I didn't know that was possible, like physically possible. I don't know. Oh, dang it. When I clicked it, the dialogue just stayed there? Oh, so you clicked it again. Okay. So more a bug than a no. So yeah, if we could do that, we just like have sight reading. Software timeout bug. Yeah, that's a bug. Oh, I want to replicate the bug on purpose so we can use it. Hi, Aurora. Are you going to shed more fur out here? I saw like 4 refreshes of my queue screen here. Did you try to put this the site reading request one in like 4 times? How to? Perhaps it's an unknown feature than a bug. Yes, one of those Bethesda features. I'm testing. Yes. Okay. But it's Balb's job. Yeah, it kind of is his job to shed. Honestly, in terms of shedding, it would be nice if Aurora didn't shed, because she's the only one that sheds like really a fur that's close to white. Balb's hair, Balb's fur, I can like doesn't bother me. Mew's hair is like there's some white in there, but it's mostly a dark color. Miss Toasted Marshmallow over here has mostly really noticeable fur. So, don't ask me why in whatever semblance of wisdom that I may or may not possess that I picked a white kitty, or something approaching white. Hey, Balbs. Boop. No biting tails. There you go. You can have a little bit more space for her. Test. Let's see. Let's do Swallowtail first. Butterfly Jig second. The Power, Ancient Stones, and then we'll do the Staff Roll. Staff doesn't have 3 Fs. Just in case anybody was wondering about that. My hand seemed to think that it had 3 Fs. How did you manage that? You can add something as much as you want in edit mode? Really? Huzzah! That's awesome. Yeah. I wonder if the note, I can even write the note so that it's awesome. Okay. Still probably a bug. Potentially. Shh. Don't tell them. We don't want them to fix this one. Well, that's good. Less need for the extra request slots. Yeah, absolutely. And also I can look at my repertoire and go, okay, repertoire -1 instead of -5 for the total repertoire. Good job. Yeah, definitely good job. Definitely good job. All right, so Swallowtail. I think I know which ones I'm working with. How to just quick question. Swallowtails. And then Butterfly Jig is. Right? Yes on Swallowtail and Butterfly. 2 for 2. Awesome. All right. These are traditional Celtic pieces, both jigs. First is the Swallowtail. The next is the Butterfly Jig. We'll just play them straight through. was I was going to play the swallowtail and then the butterfly, but I think I started with the butterfly. And they got really confused when I went to some other piece, the name of which escapes me. And then I went to butterfly and went, didn't I just play this? Wait, so did I not play the swallowtail? I had Tabby. We are professionals here. So it's like, Morrison's in there? No, it's, I did start on Swallowtail. I'm confused. Did I go Swallowtail, Butterfly? Think I hadn't done Swallowtail. Go to the third one. Go back to Butterfly. Going, what the heck? And then go back to Swallowtail. Is that what happened? I haven't been awake long enough to have this many memory issues. I was talking yesterday about, right, like, if I start thinking while I'm playing, it's game over, right? Like, this is, you know, it's, let the hands do the thing. The brain just allocates the correct amount of concentration and dexterity. The hands are the drivers, right? Case in point, the brain has no clue what just went on. I was playing along, you were in E flat minor the whole time. Yeah, that would, yeah, or in my case, E minor. It's another one of the jigs in my repertoire. Cooley's Reel. I think it's probably Cooley's Reel. Morrison's goes. Yeah, Reel is, so it's actually sort of swung. However that goes. My fingers know it. My brain doesn't. With the triplet swing, yeah. And Swallowtail also sort of ends up in. Some parts of it are fairly straight. Sorry, butterfly. Lovely, I gotta go. Have a great rest of the stream. Talk to you later. Okay. Ta-ta for now. Alright, so we'll do the power, ancient stones, and then staff roll. Alright, oh wait a minute, where's the power? This is another one of my arrangements. If you'd like to check it out, it's over on the coffee. Also, if you'd like to help me keep these streams going, there's also the coffee. is The Power from Baldur's Gate 3, written by Barislav Slavov. Alright, we're down to Ancient Stones and the Super Mario 64 staff roll. We'll call it a stream. Ancient Stones is around here somewhere. There it is. This is from the Elder Scrolls 5? 5. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 5. 3 is Morrowind, 4 is Oblivion, 5 is Skyrim. 2 is Daggerfall, 1 is Arena, I think. Ancient Stones from Skyrim. That was written by Jeremy Soule. Alright, so the last piece for the night, as always, Super Mario 64 staff roll. And then I think we'll go raid. Not quite sure who we're going to raid, but might end up being... Is Okamo online? Most of the people I know are offline, unfortunately. Maybe... Old rocks, yes, very old rocks. That somehow confer magical powers. Including one stone that's just like, you periodically get random magical items. It's just like, I'm sorry, what? Really? Okay. Just magical items just show up in your inventory now and again. Really nice for enchanters, right? Because you have to get like the various enchantments so that you can, you know, disassemble them and study them so that you can actually learn to craft them yourself. And yeah, I don't remember which stone that is though. And whether that's vanilla Skyrim or only modded Skyrim. I know I used Ordinator. I can't live without Ordinator for my feats. But I don't remember. Maybe it was Andromeda that changes the various stones. Like the the Thief Stone, Mage Stone, Warrior's Stone, Steed Stone, all those, right? That isn't too. I would never talk to a rock. Never. No, definitely not. Unless. Alright. Here is the staff roll from Super Mario 64. Cat fur everywhere. That was staff roll from Super Mario 64. Also our ending theme. Thanks for being with me here, everyone. It's a fun Saturday evening. We'll be back probably tomorrow, similar time. Hopefully even earlier. But in the meantime, if you'd like to join me rating somebody, I'm not quite sure who. Yeah, probably Okino. And you are on YouTube. I think this would be the link. Oops. Oh, that window's just being slow. Okay. Alright, and we'll do the Twitch radio thingy. There we go. Start the raid. And see you on the other side. Thanks for coming, everybody. Take care. And if you'd like to see the more stream alerts, Discord and socials is where I put them. So, yeah. Otherwise, ta-ta for now. Night-night.